97. Salaries and allowances of the chairman and deputy chairman and the speaker and deputy speaker. There shall be paid to the chairman and the deputy chairman of the Council of States, and to the speaker and the deputy speaker of the House of the People, such salaries and allowances as may be respectively fixed by Parliament by law and, until provision in that behalf is so made, such salaries and allowances as are specified in the second schedule. 98. Secretariat of Parliament. 1. Each House of Parliament shall have a separate secretarial staff, provided that nothing in this clause shall be construed as preventing the creation of posts common to both Houses of Parliament. 2. Parliament may by law regulate the recruitment and the conditions of service of persons appointed to the secretarial staff of either House of Parliament. 3. Until provision is made by Parliament under Clause 2, the President may, after consultation with the Speaker of the House of the People or the Chairman of the Council of States, as the case may be, make rules regulating the recruitment and the conditions of service of persons appointed to the secretarial staff of the House of the People or the Council of States, and any rules so made shall have effect subject to the provisions of any law made under the said clause. Conduct of business. 99. Oath or affirmation by members. Every member of either House of Parliament shall, before taking his seat, make and subscribe before the President, or some person appointed in that behalf by him, an oath or affirmation according to the form set out for the purpose in the third schedule. 100. Voting in Houses. Power of Houses to act notwithstanding vacancies and quorum. 1. Save as otherwise provided in this Constitution, all questions at any sitting of either House or joint sitting of the Houses shall be determined by a majority of votes of the members present and voting, other than the Speaker or person acting as Chairman or Speaker. The Chairman or Speaker, or person acting as such, shall not vote in the first instance, but shall have and exercise a casting vote in the case of an equality of votes. 2. Either House of Parliament shall have power to act notwithstanding any vacancy in the membership thereof, and any proceedings in Parliament shall be valid notwithstanding that it is discovered subsequently that some person who was not entitled so to do sat or voted or otherwise took part in the proceedings. 3. Until Parliament by law otherwise provides, the quorum to constitute a meeting of either House of Parliament shall be 1/10 of the total number of members of the House. 4. If at any time during a meeting of a House there is no quorum, it shall be the duty of the Chairman or Speaker, or person acting as such, either to adjourn the House or to suspend the meeting until there is a quorum. Disqualifications of members. 101. Vacation of seats. 1. No person shall be a member of both Houses of Parliament, and provision shall be made by Parliament by law for the vacation by a person who is chosen a member of both Houses of his seat in one House or the other. 2. No person shall be a member both of Parliament and of a House of the Legislature of a State 1***, and if a person is chosen a member both of Parliament and of a House of the Legislature of 2. A state, then, at the expiration of such period as may be specified in rules made by the President, that person's seat in Parliament shall become vacant, unless he has previously resigned his seat in the legislature of the state. 3. If a member of either House of Parliament becomes subject to any of the disqualifications mentioned in 3, Clause 1, or Clause 2, of Article 102, or b. resigns his seat by writing under his hand addressed to the Chairman or the Speaker, as the case may be, and his resignation is accepted by the Chairman or the Speaker, as the case may be, his seat shall thereupon become vacant. provided that in the case of any resignation referred to in sub-clause B, if from information received or otherwise and after making such inquiry as he thinks fit, the chairman or the speaker, as the case may be, is satisfied that such resignation is not voluntary or genuine, he shall not accept such resignation. 4. If for a period of 60 days a member of either House of Parliament is without permission of the House, absent from all meetings thereof, the House may declare his seat vacant. Provided that in computing the said period of 60 days no account shall be taken of any period during which the House is prorogued or is adjourned for more than 4 consecutive days. 102. Disqualifications for membership. 1. A person shall be disqualified for being chosen as, and for being, a member of either House of Parliament. If he holds any office of profit under the Government of India or the Government of any state, other than an office declared by Parliament by law not to disqualify its holder. B. If he is of unsound mind and stands so declared by a competent court. C. If he is an undischarged insolvent. D. If he is not a citizen of India, or has voluntarily acquired the citizenship of a foreign state, or is under any acknowledgement of allegiance or adherence to a foreign state. A. If he is so disqualified by or under any law made by Parliament. Explanation. For the purposes of this clause, a person shall not be deemed to hold an office of profit under the Government of India or the Government of any state by reason only that he is a minister either for the Union or for such state. 2. A person shall be disqualified for being a member of either House of Parliament if he is so disqualified under the 10th schedule. 103. Decision on questions as to disqualifications of members. 1. If any question arises as to whether a member of either House of Parliament has become subject to any of the disqualifications mentioned in Clause 1 of Article 102, the question shall be referred for the decision of the President and his decision shall be final. 2. Before giving any decision on any such question, the President shall obtain the opinion of the Election Commission and shall act according to such opinion. 104. Penalty for sitting and voting before making oath or affirmation under Article 99 or when not qualified or when disqualified, if a person sits or votes as a member of either House of Parliament before he has complied with the requirements of Article 99. Or when he knows that he is not qualified or that he is disqualified for membership thereof, or that he is prohibited from so doing by the provisions of any law made by Parliament, he shall be liable in respect of each day on which he so sits or votes to a penalty of 500 rupees to be recovered as a debt due to the Union. Powers, privileges and immunities of Parliament and its members. 105. Powers, privileges, etc., of the Houses of Parliament and of the members and committees thereof. 1. Subject to the provisions of this Constitution and to the rules and standing orders regulating the procedure of Parliament, there shall be freedom of speech in Parliament. 2. No member of Parliament shall be liable to any proceedings in any court in respect of anything said or any vote given by him in Parliament or any committee thereof. And no person shall be so liable in respect of the publication by or under the authority of either House of Parliament of any report, paper, votes or proceedings. 3. In other respects, the powers, privileges and immunities of each House of Parliament, and of the members and the committees of each House, shall be such as may from time to time be defined by Parliament by law, and, until so defined, 2. Shall be those of that House and of its members and committees immediately before the coming into force of Section 15 of the Constitution, 44th Amendment, Act, 1978. 4. The provisions of clauses 1, 2, and 3 shall apply in relation to persons who by virtue of this constitution have the right to speak in, and otherwise to take part in the proceedings of, a House of Parliament or any committee thereof as they apply in relation to members of Parliament. 106. Salaries and allowances of members. Members of either House of Parliament shall be entitled to receive such salaries and allowances as may from time to time be determined by Parliament by law and, until provision in that respect is so made, allowances at such rates and upon such conditions as were immediately before the commencement of this Constitution applicable in the case of members of the Constituent Assembly of the Dominion of India. Legislative procedure. 107. Provisions as to introduction and passing of bills. 1. Subject to the provisions of Articles 109 and 117 with respect to money bills and other financial bills, a bill may originate in either House of Parliament. 2. Subject to the provisions of Articles 108 and 109, a bill shall not be deemed to have been passed by the Houses of Parliament unless it has been agreed to by both Houses, either without amendment or with such amendments only as are agreed to by both Houses. 3. A bill pending in Parliament shall not lapse by reason of the prorogation of the Houses. 4. A bill pending in the Council of States which has not been passed by the House of the People shall not lapse on a dissolution of the House of the People. 5. A bill which is pending in the House of the People, or which having been passed by the House of the People is pending in the Council of States, shall, subject to the provisions of Article 108, lapse on a dissolution of the House of the People. Thanks for watching. Political Knowledge 8470.